righty, this is the Rio Rancho School Board meeting. Let us all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Tracy, you want to take a roll call, please?
President Galbraith. Vice President Morgan.
Present.
Secretary Tyler.
Present.
Board Member Tripp. Board Member Miller.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Welcome all to the Rio Rancho Public School Board of Education regular meeting on June 9th. At this time, we will have introductory comments by Superintendent Dr. Visu Cleveland.
Okay, good evening, and thank you all so much for being here this evening. We have some commendations this evening. Todd Resch, our Executive Director of Athletics, will present 2 state championship teams for recognition this evening. Rio Rancho Girls Track and Field won the 2025 NMAA State Championship this past spring. And also congratulations to the team and head coach Michael Gonzalez and assistant coaches for a very hard-fought victory. The Rams team were absolutely amazing this year, and this is the championship photo. We also have our second commendation. Cleveland High School Boys Track and Field Team is the 2025 state champions. I believe this is their, and I messed up next, so I hope this time I don't mess up again. I believe this is their 12th state title, and we congratulate the team. Congratulations to Coach Henry and all of the assistant coaches. And this program has just been awesome over many years, and this is, of course, their photo. We have a Rio Rancho Education Foundation donation. This evening, the board is being asked to consider acceptance of a $10,000 donation from the Rio Rancho Education Foundation for use at the Rio Tech campus, which is scheduled to open in August. We thank the foundation for its much needed and generous donation to the new campus. Dr. Christopher Johnson, the principal, will introduce 2 foundation board members, Bill Stanich, who is the outgoing president of the foundation, and Jessica Miranda, president of the Rio Rancho Education Foundation. And again, we appreciate the foundation thinking of us and the opening of this new school. We have a student nutrition report. Felix Griego, our Executive Director of Student Nutrition, will present a program review to the board on the following: some of their key accomplishments and recognitions. Congratulations on the USDA award, and I'm sure he'll share a little bit about that. That's a very prestigious national recognition. Student surveys, promotion, program implementation, some financial and meal data, projects and summer meals. As you know, we continue to serve meals through the summer, and he'll tell you a little bit about that, and then what their future goals and objectives, their plans are as we move into the next school year. We have an IDA application for 2025-2026. The board is being asked to consider approval of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, our application for the next year. Jerry Reeder, our Executive Director of Special Services, will be providing the board with information regarding the process, some of the requirements, and the content in the application. We want to really stress that these funds cannot be used to supplant state, local, or any other federal funds, and cannot be used to reduce the district's maintenance of effort for the education of children with disabilities. And that just means that you can't, you have to fund at least at the level that you did the prior year. As you cannot go below that, you will lose the maintenance of effort, and that is not allowed under federal law. IDA does not, I think a lot of times people think that IDEA pays for special education. It does not. It doesn't even come close to covering the gap that exists with special education costs. So we fund children with disabilities like we fund all children in the state, all in the district. IDA was supposed to help provide additional funding to help close the gap and the tremendous expenses that some of our children need to be able to do well in school. But it does not cover that, and that continues to be a challenge for all school districts in New Mexico and pretty much across the country. We have some invitation to bids this evening. The board will be asked to consider awarding the following invitation to bid contracts. Items will be presented by Michael Madrid, who is our Director of Purchasing and our Chief Procurement Officer. One is related to paving and related work. One is fencing materials and repair, and that's an on-demand contract, which means as we need it. And then bleacher and wall partition inspection and repair. And it's referring to walls like we have at the back of this room that are movable. And they need to be inspected regularly and be sure that they are working and also that they continue to be safe for people in the rooms. Bleachers, we've got a lot of challenges the years ahead with bleachers. Some of our bleachers are really aging, and we're going to have to do some work in order to keep them safe for students and families and spectators. And then just a real quick summary of graduation by the numbers. We had, of course, 4 graduations, and really we had a 5th, which was for 21-year-olds in the Search Special Ed program. But they were all special. They were all different. We were really appreciative of how they were supported in the community and how this community office has supported our graduation ceremonies. Rio Rancho Cyber had 22. Independence had 63. Rio Rancho High School had 520. And Cleveland had 601. So again, congratulations to all of our graduates, but a real thanks to all of our staff who worked so hard, got our students across the finish line. Thanks to our parents who just stay the course and also keep supporting and encouraging students so that they graduate. We continue to have one of the higher graduation rates in New Mexico, especially for larger districts. There's some small districts that have 100%, but for the majority of districts, we continue to have a really high number. We're hoping to move that number next year with the opening of CTE, as that will provide one more avenue for students with different interests and different backgrounds. And what we do know is that most districts who open CTE programs do see a bump in their graduation rate. And so we're really hopeful over the next few years that will be true for our district as well. So next year we will add another school to this list. And again, congratulations to all of our graduates. All of the ceremonies were wonderful, and all the student speeches were wonderful, and the crowd, as I said, were very enthusiastic and supportive, and they were all just great to attend. And appreciate the board members who came and gave some of their time as well to help with the distribution of the diplomas. We will have a special board meeting on June the 16th. The special meeting of the board will be held next Monday. It will be held in executive session stipulated by the Open Meetings Act, and the purpose of that will be discussion of real estate and land acquisition. There are currently no plans for any other agenda items at this time. Do you have any comments or questions?
None at all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cleveland. Next on the agenda, approve the prioritized agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the prioritized agenda proposed time allocations.
Board Member Miller, I second the motion.
JC, take a roll call, please.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you. Next, we'll have our commendations, and we'll start with Rio Rancho. Thank you, sir. Mr. Todd Resch, I'll go ahead and say who you are. I mean, you're on your way down. Thank you.
It's kind of a challenge in the summer after the spring sports as we finish up and then everybody, goes wherever they're going. But thank you so much for being here with us this evening.
We're really thankful that some of the student athletes got to, even stick around during early June so we could recognize them and their coaches. Good evening, Board Vice President Morgan, Superintendent Cleveland, and members of the board. Tonight, I have the distinct pleasure of shining a spotlight on the Rio Rancho High School girls track and field team and their outstanding leader, head coach Michael Gonzalez, for capturing their second consecutive state championship title on May 17th. This thrilling victory not only secured another trophy for the school, it marked the 52nd state championship for Rio Rancho High School and an incredible 103rd for the district. The girls delivered a performance full of grit and determination, winning the state title in dramatic and unforgettable fashion. To witness this team make history with back-to-back championships was nothing short of inspiring. It is truly an honor to recognize this phenomenal program, and I'm thrilled to introduce Coach Gonzalez and the extraordinary student athletes of the Rio Rancho girls track and field team.
Right. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So I have a wonderful group of girls here that I wanted to put a spotlight on. First, we have Sarah Martinez. Please raise your hand, Sarah. This is Sarah. Sarah is a great representative for our discus program. I should say throwers program. She throws disc and shot. She excelled phenomenally in the disc, and she got a 5th place finish at state. And what was awesome about this is Sarah was seeded 5th going into it, so she did her job. She did what she needed to do. And when you're at the state level, there's a lot of pressure, and so she did it very well. She also did very well in shot put, and we're hoping to see her even make further progression in the shot put as well. Any thoughts about javelin? Maybe next year. Okay. So Sarah not only just does very well in throws, but she brings a lot of life and joy to our throws program. When you think of the throws program, Sarah is there, really good teammate. So please give it up for Sarah. The next 3, what's cool about the 3 of these girls is that they were in our 4x4. And what's exciting about the 4x4 and track and field is it's the last event of the meet. So at that point, everybody knows where every school stands and how many points you need to finish. So we knew going into it, if we were to have gotten 5th, we would have tied for 1st, but we didn't want to do that again. That happened last year. We tied for 1st place. So we did very well with these group of girls, and we got 3rd place. So we ended up beating El Dorado ahead of them by 4 points overall. So these girls had to deal with a lot of pressure at the very end because they knew it was up to the 4x4. And I didn't give the greatest speech. One of my assistant coaches, I got to give her credit, Jenna Sievers, she was feeling it. She was like, I'm going to talk to these girls. And I was like, I had to get out of the way. I'm like, go ahead, have a motivational speech. I added a few things at the end of the speech, but you guys were, I could just see it in your eyes. You were so ready to go. So we have Sophia Smith here. Raise your hand, Sophia. Yeah. So Sophia, I'd say, is definitely our top sprinter in the 100, the 200, the 400. So it's very exciting. Again, all these ladies are freshmen, so it's going to be great having them for 3 more years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she held it down in the anchor in the 4x4, and it was just exciting because we were in 5th place with 100 meters to go, and then she just took off. And it was just, we were celebrating, but trying not to celebrate too much because something could happen the last 50 meters. But it was awesome. So Sophia's awesome. We have Addie here. Addie started us off in the blocks, and that's really hard to do in the 4x4. Everyone is so spread out that first leg, so she held it down, had a lot of pressure. You're always kind of wondering how the gun start's going to go, but she did very well. And then both of these girls did other relays too, but I would just like to really highlight the 4x4 because it was so exciting at the end. And then we have Michaela here. Michaela was a little bit of a wild card. I knew she was very fast, but she had been injured, and then she got sick. But we had to go with Michaela, and she excelled, just beat expectations, and ran a 62-second split where I wasn't sure, and she just did very well. So proud of her. So this is Michaela Karachi, Addie Lee, Sophia Smith, and again, Sarah Martinez. So proud of these girls. Thank you guys for coming. And if you guys have any questions or anything, we're ready for you.
Dr. Clerk.
What grade levels are you? Any of you coming back next year?
Yeah.
All of you?
She said, oh, freshman.
So, I'm actually a sophomore and I will be back my junior and my senior year to compete for greater interest track.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
That's good.
I'm a freshman, well, sophomore now, and I'll also be coming back.
Wow. Well, we're lucky to have you for the next several years.
I was a freshman, now a sophomore, and I'm also.
Oh, that's
All
good.
right.
I'm also a freshman going into sophomore year and I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To have freshmen take so long, that's amazing.
Do you want to take,
Congratulations to all of you. I'm so proud for you, and what an incredible win.
you guys?
Yeah, congratulations, coach, and congratulations, girls, starting a legacy as well. So keep up the great work and congratulations on your accomplishments.
Yes, we're all very proud of you and appreciate your parent support, your friends, your coaches, people on staff. It takes a group to make this happen, and I'm sure you realize that this year. So now you even have more information to do next year. So keep at it. We're so proud. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys. Really appreciate you representing our district. Do we want to take a picture with these
We
guys?
want to take a picture, and
Have you lined up
we
here?
also want to thank not only our coaches,
Yes,
but
thank
also
you.
our parents who really push and support these teams. So, and some of the parents are here this evening.
I'm not trying to be the second.
Thanks again. Congratulations. All right, Todd, you again.
Vice President Morgan, Superintendent Cleveland, members of the board, this evening I am also thrilled to recognize the Cleveland High School boys track and field team and their outstanding leader, head coach Kenny Henry, for capturing their 9th straight boys track and field state championship on May 17th. This remarkable victory not only adds to an incredible dynasty, but also marks the 52nd state championship in Cleveland high school history and 104th for the district. Coach Henry and his powerhouse program continue to dominate the competition year after year, setting the gold standard for excellence in New Mexico track and field. Please join me in welcoming Coach Henry and his exceptional team, the state champions once again.
All right.
Well, Coach Henry, one of these days I'll get the number right, so I'll just keep working on it.
You're just fine. Don't worry about it.
It is the 12th overall.
It's the 12th overall. Okay, all right.
Thank you, Mr. Resch. Appreciate it. Yeah, we were definitely very fortunate there at the end of May to be able to get another state championship, and we had to have a number of our guys have great days for 2 days to be able to do that, and 3 of them are here with me today that I want to introduce. First guy I want to introduce is Giovanni Malika, Gio as we call him. He is a javelin thrower for us, and kind of the neat thing about Gio is he had been a baseball player prior, was forced into a situation where he came to give track a try, and immediately upon his first competition of the season, threw a mark that was the best throw in the
Oh,
city.
nice.
Really, really remarkable. He was 3rd place at the state meet, and I know he was probably a little disappointed, but the state meet is a different beast, and as only a sophomore this past year, he had a lot more to look forward to. So we were definitely pumped with Gio's performance at the state meet. Patrick Miranda, he is a junior, going to be a senior distance guy, or mid-distance, I guess I should say. He competed in the 4x800 meter relay for us. He competed in the medley relay on the first day. And the thing for me that's really fun to talk about somebody like Patrick is that this guy has just been nothing but a progression his whole time in our program. It only makes me get excited for what's going to happen for him this next year, because he just gets better and better and better and takes advantage of every opportunity he gets. But a couple big races for him at the state meet for us. And then Lucas Espinosa, also a junior, going to be a senior distance man. This guy ran also on our 4x800 meter relay, came back like an hour later, and we asked him to run the 2 mile, which is a really hard thing to do when you're tired. And then the next day came back and was 3rd place overall in the 1600. Kind of put himself in a position to maybe be one of the top distance guys in the state this next year. So, this is just 3 of 21 guys that we took to the state meet. And our big thing is, we know for our team to have success, we have to have people all over the place, sprinters and jumpers and throwers and distance guys. And so, luckily we keep being able to do that, but it's good guys like this that, are willing to kind of do whatever we say we need them to do, that our team is able to stand on top of the podium. So we're definitely excited, happy for what these guys did, excited for the future, and really grateful to be here today. So thank you all so much. Mr. Resch, I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'd love to have a picture.
Any comments from the guys?
I don't know, these are guys quiet guys.
All right. Okay, great. Okay.
Next year.
Okay.
My name is Patrick Miranda, and I'm thankful to be here with these boys.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, appreciate you. Congratulations. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Again, congratulations to all of you for an incredible win and for an incredible program over many years.
All righty. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate that. Next, we'll move to our reports. Rio Rancho Education Foundation. Bill Stanich.
And Miranda.
And Jessica Miranda.
Madam Superintendent, members of the board, it's an honor to be here today to support something that truly matters: education and the future it builds. On behalf of the Rio Rancho Education Foundation, I am proud to present a $10,000 donation to Rio Tech. This gift is more than a check. It's an investment in minds, and with the support of the community, we solve tomorrow's challenges and lead with purpose.
So, Vice President Corrigan, Dr. Cleveland, members of the board, my name is Dr. Johnson, principal at Rio Tech. Tonight we have Jessica Miranda, who is the president for the Rio Rancho Education Foundation, as well as Bill Stanich, and El Alawi, who are members of the Rio Rancho Education Foundation. So they have reached out, they are donating $10,000 to Rio Tech to support our students. And with that donation, we're going to be able to expand hands-on applications, create promotional materials for our students to share about their story with Rio Tech as they progress through this next year. The support will directly impact the students and help continue building the school, preparing learners for real-world success. So on behalf of the students, the staff, and families, we'd like to thank the Education Foundation for believing in what we are building and how we're going to continue to grow Rio Rancho and Rio Tech. So with that, I also have some certificates on behalf of Rio Tech. Certificate of recognition. The certificate is presented to Jessica Miranda in recognition of your outstanding support, collaboration, and unwavering partnership to the students, staff, and faculty of Rio Tech.
All right, congratulations.
For Ms. El Alawi, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And certificate presented to Mr. Bill Stanich.
Thank you.
We do have several other board members that are not here tonight, but we'll make sure that they get those.
All right, thank you. Dr. Cleveland, wait before you leave. We want to thank you. Yeah, again, Dr. Cleveland.
But we do. We want to thank you, and we're so excited about the opening of this facility. And it's been long in coming, and it's been a real struggle to get it to the point where it is now. I mean, a lot of time and effort. Every little bit has helped, and so we so appreciate you stepping forward and helping with some additional things that we will need at that facility. We think it's going to be great for the community. It's going to be great for our students. It's going to be great for adult learners in the community as well. And the partnership maximizes our financial contributions for both Rio Rancho Public Schools and CNM. So it's a unique partnership. So thank you for being part of that, and thank you for your support of our students and our programs.
Other board members?
I want to say thank you again to echo their points. We couldn't do it without community support, and so it means the world that you guys are willing to help support the CTE program, and we are very grateful. So thank you.
Just add my appreciation to you. These programs are expensive to operate, and so this help that you're giving the students directly is just really appreciated. We thank you very much.
Again, thank you guys. Really appreciate your support. Thank
I think
you.
we already got the picture. Did we get a photo already?
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Photo day, huh? You're all beautiful. Oh. Yes.
One more.
One, two, three.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next with reports, Felix Grego, student nutrition report. Did I pronounce that right?
You got it, sir.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Good evening, Dr. Cleveland, Vice President Morgan, board members. Thank you for having me here today, share a little bit about student nutrition and the good work that Southwest Food Excellence and our department have been doing. So I'm going to share some highlights that kind of what we've been up to over the course of the last year. Next. So I'm going to cover some key accomplishments that we've done over the course of the last year, some student survey information, some promotions, and some new implementations that we're going to be working on, some financial and meal data, some project summer meals, and then just a little bit of future goals and objectives that we have going into next school year. So some of the key accomplishments that we've kind of done over the course of the last year is we've expended all our kids' equipment grant funds. So we got approximately $620,000 last year. And what that grant has really done is allowed us to invest in our kitchens. And so we've replaced quite a bit of equipment and had some big projects that we've worked on. Another key accomplishment, as you know, and thank you, board, for approving the SFE contract that we did get done. It was a lot of work, and so we're happy with Southwest Food Excellence and the work they've been doing for our district. We were awarded the Healthy Meals Incentive by USDA for Scratch Innovative Cooking, which is a really big deal. And Dr. Cleveland did allude to that. And basically the way the application works is you got to be nominated by the state. And so public education did nominate our district. And so it was kind of a lot of work. And some of the items that we have, you can see on the slide here, is our fresh pozole with red chili and the biscuit, as well as we have our salads. And so the good thing about our Caesar salad and the salads that we've been serving throughout the district, it's locally sourced. And so Silverleaf out of Corrales We get basically shipments every week to make those healthy meals for our students. And last but not least, we have the carnita tacos, which are right in the right-hand side. And I think those are probably one of the top favorites as far as what our students like in our high schools. One of the things that we pushed SFD to hire 2 new assistant managers, catering staff, a chef, and a marketing manager. And so all those positions were very critical to the success that we've had over the course of the year. We have increased breakfast and lunch participation significantly, and I'll share some data with regards to that. And then as you can see is we have some articles and news stories basically that talk about the good work that we're doing in the department. And there's a couple of links if you're interested. There was a story that came out on the New Mexican, and they interviewed some staff over at San Diego Vista. So that was a pretty good story that they talked about the work that we do. And then last but not least, we did have a couple of stories that came out last week with regards to our summer meals and our efforts that we're doing to ensure that all our students are getting those healthy, nutritious meals over the course of the summer. And last but not least, we did recertify Rio Rancho Public Schools in the community eligibility provision, and that's pretty critical for the simple fact that we're able to leverage additional federal funds. And next slide, you can see that we have some student survey and some data. We did do a survey over the course of the last month, and as of right now, our students rate us at about a 3.6 out of 5. And then as far as our courteous staff and our staff efforts are 4.8%. And one of the areas that our students are looking at that they do like is grab-and-go breakfasts. And a couple of key items that they did like is they like the wings and the nachos. So the wings are really good. If you ever get the opportunity to go over to Cleveland or Rio Rancho High School, those are probably my favorite. And then some of the areas that they want is they want more drink options, more fresh fruit. We do have salad bars at all of our schools, and so we're going to try and get them a little bit more fruit. The little guys really like the strawberries and the watermelon, typically when it's in season. And next slide, please. Some student engagement. One of the areas that I really thought was important is to try and get Southwest Food Excellence to do a lot more promotions and make it kind of more welcoming for our students to be in our cafeterias. And so we had a coloring competition in the elementary schools, which was really cool. And we did give out some coloring sets or crayon sets that were really nice. You can kind of see the top left picture there. And then on the bottom, but I think our students are really enjoying our food. And then on our food truck there, we're starting to utilize the food truck a lot more. On that picture there, we did have a barbecue where we brought the food truck out and we offered meals at Independence High School. Some of the areas on what's coming up next, in the RFP that SFD put, there was a couple items that they wanted to explore in our district, and these are some areas that I thought is pretty important. We definitely want to try and bring our food as far as in curriculum. And so what we're trying to do is we're going to get tower gardens for our schools that do want them. There's a Dr. Yum. It's a curriculum that's for pre-K and kindergarten students, which is pretty neat. The one that I'm really interested in is the roving chef carts. It's like kids that cook. So now that we have a solid foundation, these are some areas that we're going to be looking at. And then last but not least, I think SFU is pretty excited about it, but they're going to be purchasing a tortilla machine so we can make fresh tortillas in our kitchens. Next slide, there's a couple of comparisons up on the screen as far as how we're performing financially and kind of what our meal data looks like. But over the course of the last year, we have significantly grown. Last year, we served about 683,000 breakfasts. This year, at 150,000 breakfasts. And then the area that we're really excelling is our lunches. So as you can see, we served about 1.5 million, and this year we're pretty close to 1.8. And then our lunch average daily participation and breakfast participation. The one area that I in my last annual report, I wanted to push breakfast. And so as you can see, it's increased over 10% over the course of the last year. And then our lunch average daily percentage is 63.86. In the state of New Mexico, it lingers about 62%, so we're a little bit over that. And then the big one is our total reimbursements. Last year we were right about 9 million. This year we're going to be very close to about 11 million. And then SFE expenditures, as you can see, is about 9 million. And so we're bringing in revenue about $1.7 million. And basically what we're doing with that money is investing it back into the program to work on our kitchens and try and get more equipment. Next, breakfast daily results. One of the goals and objectives that we did have was to try and serve 5,000 meals, breakfasts a day. And we did hit that. As you can see up on the screen, in the month of March, we were about 5,500 ballpark. And then the next area is your lunch data. You can see the growth. It's significantly grown. So this year our goal was 10,000 meals or lunches a day, and so we did hit that mark as well. Next area, kitchen projects and summer operations. We're replacing the flooring at Vista Grande as well as Colinas with new epoxy, and then we're painting the kitchen. So I've been working closely with Patrick and our facilities team to try and get those projects implemented. It's been a pretty good relationship that we established over the course of the year. And then we did get Eagle Ridge Middle School capital outlay of $140,000. We're looking to try and replace that flooring next summer. We're going to increase, or we're going to work on the snack bar upgrade. One of the areas that we're going to be replacing is our steam wells as well as our dishwashers. In Rio Rancho, the water is pretty hard, so we need to start working on those areas. And then last but not least, summer meals. We'll be serving summer meals from June 2nd to July 25th at 9 parks on 5 different school sites. And then last but not least, future goals and objectives. We're going to modify our menus based on students' wants and needs, incorporate curriculum and food and nutrition in classrooms, look at additional premium products to serve on our menus, increase meal quality, continue to replace and perform equipment and preventive maintenance, and then increase middle school participation and overall breakfast participation. And then last but not least is reduce food waste. And I start for questions.
Dr. Cleveland, we'll start with you.
I just want to say a couple of things. Thank you. As I looked through the report, every single indicator was up. And so that's an incredible accomplishment, and know how much time and effort goes into improving the program. And we came in, there was a lot of work to be done. And so I just want to tell you how much we appreciate that. As I said, every indicator is up. We've really seen just an increase in student satisfaction, participation, all of those things. And whenever I'm in school around the time of lunch, I go in and I say, how do you like your food? And generally the response is they like it. The food is good. And so we've come a long way. We've still got a lot of plans to do some other things and to continue to grow the program. But thank you for all of the time and effort, and your staff for all the time and effort. We've seen just some really solid results. So that's great.
Thank you, Dr. Cleveland. And we appreciate the support from the board and Dr. Cleveland. It's been very helpful.
Jessica?
Thank you for the report and great job. Keep up the good work. Yeah.
Beth?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate your dedication to quality and improvement in the program, and it certainly shows. Thank you.
I want to say thanks, and I want to give a second thanks because I don't have to go out and buy lunch for my wife anymore. She speaks about how good the food is every day. I used to have to go out and buy little lunches for her, but man, thank you so much. really appreciate
It's better
it.
when it's personal, right?
Yeah, yes. She comes home and tells me, lunch was great today. So,
You gotta try it sometime.
well, I will. But I just want to say a double thanks to you, okay? Thanks from the board, and then thanks from me personally, all right? Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Next, public comment. We don't have any live public comments. We did get one via email from a Jamie Bermudez, and the concern was the graduation day. Why we set the graduation on the days that we set it on. I don't know. I mean,
We'll be glad to get back with her.
Yeah.
We'll be glad, but it was set by the state in the sense of we had to have a certain number of hours, and no longer are seniors going to be allowed to leave earlier than they have in the past. And if they leave earlier, then we would lose that revenue, and it's a significant amount of revenue. So that was a state decision, and we are in compliance. We'll be complying with that. We also had thought we might be having to not use the Rio Rancho Event Center, but we're working with the city and think now that that's probably a possibility. We will be able to use it, and we really hope so, because you never know about the weather. And but we'll get back with her. It was not a decision that was that we had a lot of choice in this year.
Okay. Thank you. And we do encourage public comments. The board accepts and reviews written public comments, and anyone wishing to submit a comment the link is found on the main Rio Rancho Public School Board page. So again, thank you so much, and we'll get back to Jamie. Okay. Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Need a motion
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I second the motion.
all right. Jason, you want to take roll, please?
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, thank you. And then we move on to business. Our first business is idea application from Mr. Jerry Reeder. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you, Vice President Morgan, Dr. Cleveland, members of the board. And what I bring before you is our IDEA application this evening. That's Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. In special education, we use a little too many acronyms, so if I throw some out there, please ask me what they mean. So we have about 3,500 students with disabilities in the district, and we get funded both at the state level, which is the bulk of our funding, and we get IDEA funding, which is, so in 1975, when Congress vowed to pay up to 40% of students with disabilities school funding, we are currently around 12% federal that they actually pay for. And the state is required to pay the rest amount. So what I like to do is, and Maggie Cordova used to also say this, you have the cake and you have the icing on the cake. The IDEA funds are the icing on the cake. Plus there's many rules that come with that. And so really it's to pay for those excess costs. We can never take all these federal funds and use it to supplement or push out the state funds. And, from last year to this year, the funding has gone down about $500,000. And we will receive approximately 4.2 million. And then we're going to carry over 500,000. So for a total of 4.7 million. And then there's also like another little sliver of funds for preschool, and we will have 64,000 in that fund. And then there's carryover from several years in the past. For some reason, they didn't do the carryover for about 3 to 4 years. So these are Really, that I just, you guys have any other questions? I just want to seek approval.
Okay, all right. Any comments, Dr. Clerk?
Fine.
Any comments?
No.
Board, any comments?
Except just to thank everybody, Jerry, for the work. It's a huge application. It takes a lot of time and effort to put together. There's so many variables, so many different parts. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. It said there's a lightning striking near our building. So, okay. But I did, again, thank you for the work. I want to really stress that special ed budget continues to be a real challenge in every respect. There's just a lot of needs. Our students, we ought to have more students than we've had in the past. But many of our students were coming with greater needs than in the past as well, and trying to make that all work out. But this is an important part of the total financial package, and we do appreciate the time and effort that has gone into the application.
No comments, but I'll make a motion to approve the IDEA application.
Board Member Miller, I second the motion. Thank you, Jerry.
JC, roll call, please, if you don't mind.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, yeah, come on, man. Yeah, come on. That's good, man. That's good. That's good. All right. Next, we will have Dr. Chris John. Okay. The approval of the $10,000 donation from the Rio Rancho Education Foundation.
Good evening. Glad to be back up here. I'm just looking for the board to go ahead and approve that. And I'll wait for any questions.
I'll make a motion to approve the $10,000 donation from the Rio Rancho Education Foundation.
Board Member Miller, second the motion.
All right, JC, you can take roll call, please.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller? Yes. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, I guess it's you, Mr. Madrid. You up here, right?
Vice President Morgan, Superintendent Dr. Cleveland, and members of the board, I feel a little pressure from my colleagues to get this done by 6:30, so.
Is there like a running pool out there? Should I take the over? Or?
I was going to say, yeah, man. Okay.
The appearances you had before, as Dr. Cleveland mentioned, they're all invitation to bids. The requirement for ITBs is lowest responsive bidder. Two of the procurements are going to be very similar. They're going to have the appearance of being very similar as far as the procurement style, and the third one's a little bit different. The first one that we're going to be discussing is the bituminous paving. It's award of ITB 2025-020-FAC. It's a multiple award request to be issued to Outdoor Construction Incorporated, Raymar Construction, Star Paving Company, Sunlight Asphalt Construction LLC, and TLC Incorporated. The specification that we used to develop the pricing matrix around was the State Highway and Transportation standard construction for road and bridge construction. And then we also took a look at the City of Rio Rancho standard specification for that same type of category of work. The scope of work is identified as a unit cost on the pricing matrix, and it actually has the descriptions and some estimates. If you look at the matrix, went ahead and highlighted who was low on each of the different categories, and you can see that there isn't one consensus that was low on everything. So that's part of the rationale to recommend the multiple award, because we're not sure what category of work we're going to require in the next 3 years. There's a little bit of description as to what the scope looks like. I'll let you guys read through that. The response to the solicitation, there were 7 bids provided to the district. 1 vendor was deemed non-responsive. That was United Paving. All the vendors have relevant experience with the district. I think all of them were successful in last solicitation's contract. They've done work with the district. They understand our protocols and how we develop scopes of work. And recommendation is to the vendors that are referenced that we previously discussed. And with that, I'll stand for questions.
I don't have a question, but can you do me a favor? Can you pronounce the name of How you pronounce that?
Bituminous.
Bituminous. Okay. Well, I mean, you look smart all the time. I was doing it for the sake of either Jessica or Beth because they're going to have to announce that, and I just wanted to make sure they pronounced it right. That's all.
No pressure, right?
Oh, not at all.
I thought you were just trying to drag this out.
No. For your sake, just trying to help you out. That's all. That's it. Please.
This is Board Member Tyler. I'll make a motion to award ITB number 2025-020-FAC bituminous paving and related work to multiple awards to Outdoor Construction Incorporated, Rymark Construction, Star Paving Company, Sunrun Asphalt and Construction LLC, and TLC Company Incorporated.
Board Member Miller, second the motion.
Take a roll call.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Vice President Morgan.
That's all right.
Superintendent Dr. Cleveland, members of the board, the next solicitation that we're soliciting an award for is ITB number 2025-025-FAC. It's for fencing and material and related products on demand. The recommendation is also a multiple award to be issued to AFC, which is Albuquerque Fence Company, American Fence Company, also doing business as, American Fence Company, Apache Construction, doing business as Valley Fence, LCI Construction, LLC, and Tri-West Fence. I think these are all the fence companies in Albuquerque. Once again, if you go back to the pricing matrix that's attached, you can see that there's not a apparent low bid on any of the items on a consistent basis. Because of that, we use the rationale to go to multiple award and award it to all the vendors based on their ability to provide us a little price on certain categories. So it's in our best interest to go that route. This is an indefinite quantity solicitation. It establishes unit costs for different categories of fencing work that we're going to need within the next 3 years. The district received 5 bids in reference to the solicitation. We did have one vendor, United Paving, that did not have the proper license classification, so they were sent a notice of being non-responsive. All the vendors that are listed are primarily the same vendors we had on the last solicitation 3 years ago, and they have extensive experience not only with our district, but K-12 and other entities throughout the state of New Mexico. And with that, I'll stand for questions.
Any questions and comments? Dr. Cleveland, any? No? All right.
This is Board Member Tyler. I will make a motion to award ITB number 2025-025-FAC fencing materials and repair on demand to multiple awards to AFC LLC, doing business as Albuquerque Fence Company, American Fence, Apache Construction, doing business as Valley Fence Company, LCI Construction LLC, and Tri-West Fence LLC.
Board Member Miller, second the motion.
Jason will take a roll call, please.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Very good. Vice President Morgan, Superintendent Dr. Cleveland.
Oh, you're on a roll. You're doing real good, man. You're doing real good. Go ahead.
Part of my evaluations to make sure this gets done. Let's see. So the next solicitation, the last request that you have before you is the award of ITB 2025-024-FAC. It's for bleacher and wall partition inspections and repair. This one's a little bit different because we only had 2 responses. The 2 vendors that responded that we're recommending award are AK Sales and Consulting and Norcon of New Mexico. The reason we're going with the 2 vendors, we'll probably have a primary with AK Sales because they gave us the best pricing, but we want to make sure that we have a backup, and Norcon would be that backup just because of the amount of time it takes to do the inspections at the different locations. You can see on the pricing matrix that's attached, there's quite a bit of work to be done out there to do the inspections. There's a potential backlog on some of the supply chain issues, so we feel it's in our best interest to initiate the multiple award request to the board. Both of these vendors were successful the last time we solicited, and
They have extensive experience working K-12 in the state of New Mexico. I think even though AK Sales is out of Roswell, we do have confidence that they're able to mobilize and meet our timelines that we're going to require from them. And with that, I'll stand for questions.
Any comments, Dr. Cleveland? Anything? You good? Board?
No questions, so I'll make a motion to award ITB number 2025-024-FAC, the bleacher and wall partition inspections and repair, multiple awards to AK Sales and Consulting and Norcon of New Mexico.
Board Member Miller, second the motion.
JC, roll call, please.
Vice President Morgan?
Yes.
Secretary Tyler?
Yes.
Board Member Miller?
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Madrid. Appreciate that. All right, last but not least, advanced planning, June 16th. As Dr. Cleveland mentioned, we have an executive session. June 23rd, audit committee meeting. June 23rd, regular board meeting. July 4th, Independence Day. July 10th through 12th, New Mexico School Board Association Leadership Retreat. I guess the time is location to be determined. July 14th, regular board meeting, and July 28th, audit committee meeting, July 28th, regular board meeting. Our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Sorry, I got that notification from the county on that, emergency thing.
Yeah.
And it said we were having